Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to a late night Bob Can't Sleep, so we're playing Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts on Legendary difficulty. I'm Bobtheorc, and this is episode 17 of the Casual American campaign, where yes, indeed, I cannot sleep. I tried sleeping for a few hours after Megamech, and here I am. So we're going to sink ships for a little bit. I'm going to drink a cup of tea, hang out on Discord for a little bit, and then maybe I'll go back to sleep again. So we'll see how this goes. So when we last left our heroes, we were doing okay with money. I think we're fighting France. Yeah, we're invading France. And I don't know if I can refit any more ships. We've got all these Second Amendments that we're fixing up. Let's see if any of these guys suspended. Yeah, we got 3 of these guys suspended. So let's try resuming you guys. How are we doing tonnage-wise? Are we doing okay tonnage? Yeah, we're doing fine. I could build some more. I could, in fact, build some more. And all these low crew guys, which let's just there we go. So up to the 17th Amendment, is that how high we're at? I think I was joking about skipping the 18th and 19th. There's an 18th prohibition, and the 19th is giving women the right to vote. I think I was joking about building those and then suspending them indefinitely, which would probably get people angry at me. These are just regular battleship hulls. These are pretty good battleships, actually. We could build a couple more. Now, at some point, we are going to have to build destroyers. I think we're very close to being able to do destroyers. We can do destroyers now. We got 900-ton destroyers, which, you know, womp womp. But I think we want to be able to get some we want to get the some better anti-submarine, because I don't want to have to refit a crap ton of destroyers. So I think we're going to keep pushing these until we get the Mark III 2-inch guns, because that's going to be important. We can get the little bit better anti-submarine warfare. So we have an actual number, and they keep doing the rangefinders. I think that's what we're going to do. So we could do a few more of these. How many amendments of the Constitution are there? Let's go look this up real quick. There are a total of 27 amendments. Okay, and then I guess the which is 27th Amendment addresses changes to constitutional pay or congressional pay. I don't know if the Congress needs to really get paid that much. Alright, well, we'll think about it. So there's 27 of them, huh? So we could build, the point is we could build some more. Alright, so let's go build some of these. So we've got about 90,000 tons. So we could build 4 of them easily. And I think we'd be okay. So 17th. This would be the 18th. That's our prohibition. This is the 19th. It's giving women the right to vote. I don't know what the 20th is, but... And the 21st. Alright, so where are we going to park these things? I was going to... Let's go take a look at the world real quick, figure out where we want to park these guys. We're going to need a bunch of ships to take over Mexico when we eventually fight with all that. So maybe having them here to just yeet Mexico is probably a good idea. I think that's what we're going to do with them. And we're going to need some in the Gulf of Mexico as well. Let's see where we're putting stuff. We've got a whole bunch in San Diego. Over 60, 80, 100, 120, 140,000 tons. That's a lot. 120, 140,000. 140,000 tons of ships could be more than enough to take out whatever Mexico has. So let's put these guys in, I think, New York. Unless there's any other pressing place, like maybe the Philippines. We could put some in the Philippines, because we'll need that when dealing with all this stuff out there. Because England is the one that is, when we fight England, then we're going to have to deal with all of that. So maybe the Philippines is the better place to go. We've got some in Manila. I think we put a few more in. And we've got some in New York. I've already got some in Manila. We're probably okay there. I think we're going to put these in New York, actually. Well, we've got a bunch in New York. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we're gonna park these guys in New York. Because we're gonna want all the oomph we can get. Do we have room for one more? No, we do not. So this is solid. Alright, so as far as the French go, I don't think the French have hardly any ships. I think we've been... Yeah, they got one cruiser. France is Fubard. Alright, so let's... Oh, I forgot to tweak my spending a bit. We do not want an alliance with Japan. We'll boop your transports. And... Alright, so we're invading down here. And that's going to go very well. And then we're going to grab Congo next time as well. So what do we... We could start pissing off the Brits. We're pissing off Germany. We could take out Germany no problem. Well, not no problem, but we probably could. We want to get Germany first or Britain first. We're probably going to end up having to fight them both at the same time. We're happy with Russia, happy with Japan. We've grabbed all of France, so we could start grabbing Germany if we wanted to. And then once we crush Germany, we can crush Britain. Or we start just taking out, we try and start doing some tension with Britain. Let's jack up the research a little bit. And our crew training. It's going to take a while for us to get all of these ships stockpiled up. Let's make sure we don't have any mothballed ships. Nobody is mothballed. Alright. Can we do any upgrades? No, we can't. Alright, these old freedoms, we can delete that. These old patrol ships, will delete that. These assault ships still need to be upgraded, but there's not a whole lot we can do with that. So a lot of these guys need to just be repaired someplace. We can park them in the English Channel and create tension. We can park them here in the North Sea and create even more tension. This guy needs to get ganked. Let's that'll be more than enough to take him out. And then these guys are going to go around the other side and catch him that way. Alright, so the question is, where do we want to park our dudes? I think that these are freedom ships. I think we want to park these somewhere here in the North Sea, because that's North Sea. Scapa Flow is North Sea, so this will start tensioning this up a bit. Let's park you guys there. In Denmark. Now, these guys... I've got a bunch of stuff that needs to probably get... I'm just going to start just moving you guys down this way. We're going to start just... well, we got... I need to have enough stuff in each of these. That's North Atlantic, that's Central Atlantic, and I don't have any bases in Central Atlantic. That's Central Atlantic, Central Atlantic. Oops, that's not what I want to click. I want to click on ship design. We should start... I mean, I could build another amendment. I could start repairing some dudes. What do I have in the Canary Islands? Not a whole lot. I think we're going to go park in Senegal, and... I mean, all these guys are in really good shape. I don't need to really repair them right now. We've got the invasion going on here. There's nothing really over here that I need to worry about. So we're really just working our way down Africa. And over on this side, we'll grab these guys probably kind of last. I should probably actually get them. I want to double up on these invasions here if I can. So we're going to park you guys there. And you guys I'm going to park back in Santa Cruz. Okay. Now somewhere I've got some more... I thought I have some... some of the old assault ships just out at sea, but I don't see them anywhere. That's cruisers. These are the old... these are old assault ships. It's 115,000 tons, and these are older assault ships. You guys... oh, so these are right there. That's all of them. Alright, so we're just going to leave those alone. Your torpedo boat. Torpedo boat, torpedo boat. Alright, so there's not really a whole lot I can do with that. So... if I don't do anything, I want to start getting some tension with Britain, but I don't know if I'm ready to fight them yet. We could increase a little bit of tension with them, I guess. Let's just do nothing and see what happens. 42 and 14. Let's just see what happens if I do nothing. Because sometimes doing nothing is doing something. Boop. Okay. So, it's still dropping a little bit anyway. Let's go invade some France. We're going to get probably Middle Congo. That way we can grab both of these at the same time. Then we'll work on the Arabian Sea, get Yemen and Djibouti. And then we'll grab the rest of Africa. And, uh-oh, we have a lot of repairs going on all of a sudden. So let's... do that. And yeah, we're repairing a bunch of freedom ships, so let's go and suspend. Whoops, how many of these do I have to suspend? 80,000 tons. So like 4 of them. 2. See how that worked out. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Within 400 tons on the nose. Hot diggity damn. Alright. Our research is looking good still. And that ship got away, so let's... he's gonna go running for there. We're not really catching him. So let's send you back. I'm just gonna go hang out. These guys are gonna do great over there. Not really any point in pushing it, so boop. Take him out. So our transport should be back to probably pretty full. And we're still at 100% there. All right. Is China even... There's no China anymore, is there? No, there's not, because we ate them, I think. So Britain's slowly getting mad. Let's take a look at our... I guess the Assault 1899s are the newest assault ships, aren't they? What's the difference between these guys and... It's a 2-month refit. I wonder if I ought to just build an upgraded assault ship with big honking guns. Because these guys aren't really getting into any sort of fight right now. They're using old guns. I'm not really sure if... What's the difference? This is basic steam, 17 knots. These guys are also going 17 knots. Nickel steel armor. Nickel steel armor. Gun cotton. That's conic 1. These have like conic 2s, and they're not really that big of a difference. They both kind of blow. And I don't actually have that many assault. I only have 14 of them. I can also just scrap them, but I really don't want to because that's tonnage. I mean, this is at 10,000 tons apiece. You know, it's 140,000 tons of ships, so really don't want to just throw them out. Let us go and resume these guys. Make sure I don't have anything mothballed. It's a lot of ships. No, we don't. Alright, so I could actually build another if I wanted to, which may not be a bad idea. Mark III 10-inch guns. Anti-flood 2. I mean, all this stuff is coming along kind of nice. Advanced destroyer funnels. Alright, so let's go build one more. I'll probably regret it a little bit when I need battleships. It's 21st. This will be the 22nd Amendment. And let's go put you in Manila. Alright, so I am slowly edging towards war. I could try to keep things nice with England, take out Germany, and that's really my dilemma. Japan doesn't like Germany, Soviets do. Or with England, the Soviets and Japan don't like them. So it's really kind of a toss-up. It's going to take me some time to get all this in shape. Knocking down England's really my bigger priority, but I mean, Germany has such an army. But Germany's more easily contained. Well, sort of. Um, both these are going to be a real pain in the ass. How am I going to tackle that? The smart move is to take out the smaller opponents. Miyamoto Musashi would talk about taking out the weakest opponents first. And Germany's definitely the weaker opponent. My finances are solid. My transports are almost back up to capacity. I'll have all these new big scary battleships in about a year, give or take. I'll be spread out pretty well. Germany doesn't have a lot of stuff around here. So I'd start by just destroying their economy, and I would have to start with massive attacks on their mainland population, take them out of the North Sea. Just get Amsterdam and blockade them in here. So I want to fight them. I want to blockade them in their They don't have a lot of stuff. They don't have anything in the Pacific, do they? No, they don't. Well, no, they do have something in the Pacific. Yeah, right up there. Germany's what we're going to have to go after. That's the practical choice. Alright. We're going to do that. You're still heading over there. I really want to take out England first, but I'll probably end up having to fight them both at the same time anyway. Boop. Oh, we caught this guy. Nice. Alright, let's... And this guy's not a bad ship. I don't think. He's trained, we're regulars. We should be alright. My tiny jalapenos should be alright. I'm definitely going to need the freedom ships to take out Germany. Okay. Here we go. And these guys are okay ships. They're very okay ships. And I am going to have to upgrade the assault ships before I fight Germany. What do you have? You've got these oversized guns, pretty solid armor. I mean, the French ships aren't bad. Mark II, these are Mark IIIs. 2.3 kilometer torpedoes. I mean, these guys aren't bad. Maximum bulkheads. I'm faster than you, though, which is good. So 6.9 can't shoot through the ship, which is probably reasonable. But it can shoot almost through the ship. And now it can shoot. We're getting some hits on him. Oh yeah, he's running away. He doesn't like this, does he? Alright, well, we're gonna start chasing you. Really doing a good job hitting you, am I? He's trying to circle around. Alright. Are we doing this? Alright, we're doing this. You're gonna try and broadside me. Bonk. We got a flood. So now you're gonna be a little bit of trouble. Although his shots can penetrate me too, so I gotta be a little careful. Took a nasty hit to the lead ship. Might be almost time for the lead ship to start backing away. Because my damage and stability is not too bad, actually. I got a torpedo detonation. That's gonna hurt. How's your damage and stability? It's worse than mine. I should probably start veering you off. You can probably take one more hit. Oh, there we go. There's some hits. Now he's screwed now. Alright. Yeah, that ship is kind of tough. We got our experience. I lost 2 transport ships. Sure, Canada, you can have a torpedo boat. I got the French Antilles. That's good. So you guys, you're a little hurt. So let's go back to Puerto Rico. Okay. We got plenty of dudes. I think all of our guys are crewed up at this point, yeah. Oops. Can we tweak it? Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, how's our research going? 3 more turns till big guns. This will start coming along soon. So we can invade France again. So this is when I think we want to get probably Djibouti. 1.5, yeah, so let's get Djibouti. So I've got enough guys here to do it. And then we'll get Yemen at the same time. And that should clear this all up. How's Germany? Germany, yeah, they don't really like me that much. And then these guys will be another turn. Then I'll have all of this part of Africa. And we'll start working our way up here. Last little bits down there. We've already got that captured. So yeah, so France is just about done. You guys are doing really good. I'm proud of you guys. Oh, these guys need to... When I eventually get into a fight with Germany, I'm going to want them at Pearl Harbor to go hit that, so... How many do I have? I only have 8. I only have 8 guys in the south. That's a little bit light, but alright. Let's send you guys up to Pearl Harbor. And then I have 23 light cruisers down here. Alright, so I've got some ships. At some point I might want to make these torpedo boats better, but for now we will park you here and park you here. It occurred to me when I first take on Germany, I probably want somebody in the North Atlantic to try and start grabbing some of these things. And I don't have... Well, I've got plenty of ships here. I just don't know where they are, but we'll deal with that later. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the next turn. And I'm going to run to the bathroom and I'll be right back. So give me a minute. keep you. Concentrated fire, that's good. No, we're not gonna. Torpedo boat. Yeah, you can have a torpedo boat. We got Middle Congo. I'm going to have to suspend one of the ships. Does this put us below the threshold? Yes, it does. Alright, good. Anti-torpedo nets. It's more defense power against submarines, but it doesn't give me any base power against submarines. So we're getting like all this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it goes plus 20% versus submarines, but until we have a base, you get such and such defense power against submarines won't do any good. So I don't want to build any destroyers until I have some sort of base there. Alright. This is a piss off somebody turn. I think we're going to be nice to England, because I don't want to fight England and Germany at the same time. So we're gonna suck up to them a little bit. Alright. I'm gonna need to start pre-positioning ships. I don't need to do it yet, but I'll need to do it pretty soon. These guys maxed out the transports, so I'm gonna I'm gonna have a little bit of a bonus on the transports like that. Alright. So next turn, we need to start grabbing probably Dahomey, because I don't have anything really adjacent to that. So you guys are going to go probably up to here. Do I have any torpedo boats? I got a couple torpedo boats here. So this torpedo boat, you're going to hang out here. And you're going to go hang out down here. Let's just start pre-positioning some of these guys. And then I need to have, I should have somebody, do I have any torpedo boats down here? I've got a bunch of them here, so let's go get, let's see, 28, 30, yeah, so let's go send you over there on invade, and then let's go send another one down there on invade, and then let's go put you and you. That will cause some trouble there. Oh, we also need to put get some of these guys. Get all that going. Alright, so that takes care of that. So that'll basically screw over Germany. And I should send two over there. That'll take care of that. I need to put one in the Red Sea. As far as in here, do I have any torpedo boats here? I have a few, so I should relocate a few torpedo boats. Should put some here in the Mediterranean. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should take care of that. That still leaves plenty for... Send an extra one just in case. There we go. Alright, so that'll take care of all that. Politicking is good, so I think we're solid here. This all looks pretty good. Alright. We do not want an alliance with Japan. Go boop you, thank you. Sure, we'll sell you one of those. And let's go and resume building the ship. Alright. We'll have some soon. Finances are doing good. We're slowly building that out. Keep this a little bit positive so that we generate extra transports if we need it. Does France have any ships? They have no ships. So we're going to invade Yemen now. I'll take care of that. One more month till we have the bigger gun. We'll have more of the small guns soon. Okay. And soon we'll have to start thinking about where we're going to do our first naval invasion on Germany when we eventually... Germany's doing pretty good there. We got Djibouti. Britain got Ukraine. Well, that's going along well. The Brits are really hammering Russia. That's going to be... The Brits are going to be a big problem. But I don't know what I can do about that. Alright, so we're at 50%, so they're doing alright. So let's increase some more tension with Germany. Realistically, we're going to want to take over Portugal first. Portugal has a lot of stuff down here. Mozambique. So there's no Portugal in the Pacific area. So they've got down here along West Africa, East Africa. I've got 131,000 tons, so I should be able to start taking... I should be able to start taking this out. Portugal here, I should be able to land invade. Dreadnought hull design in 6 months. That's going to be kind of a game changer. Let's get that up to 95%. Where are most of my ships? Most of my ships got Eastern North America and the Caribbean. Central Atlantic got a lot of them in West Africa. Don't have a lot down here. Now what's with... So Brazil is not really a big deal right now. I got a lot in the Pacific. And I've got some in the Mediterranean. North Sea, I don't have a lot. I'll sort of do. Baltic a little bit. Alright, so I'll probably want to lead off with a big hit on Germany itself. Alright, next thing we want to do is we want to invade Dahomey. I've got more than enough there. So we're going to get Dahomey. Seven months and 9 months. We've got a lot of these guys ready to go. There's nothing here in the Caribbean. That I have to worry about for Germany. I think these New York ships should move to... I'm gonna go here. 7 and 23. Where's the other? This counts as Caribbean. Okay, so we're gonna leave those there. I don't really need to send anything up there. This will be fine. This patrol ship will... Actually, you know, I don't want to put him there. I want to put him... Bay of Biscay. It's North Atlantic. I've got plenty of guys here. Alright, so, because I want to be able to threaten all these Portuguese holdings here. I've got a bunch of ships here that... Once I launch a major invasion of Germany, I want to start grabbing up all the small stuff in the Pacific, realistically. That's probably the smart thing. So one more turn for the anti-torpedo nets. And then hopefully I can get the next submarine thing pretty quick. Boop. Torpedo gyroscope, anti-torpedo nets. I got Yemen. Did they get southern Russia? They're trying to. Guess they weren't able to. Alright, so I've got all of this. realistically, I just need to keep this blockaded. All my torpedo boats trying to get up there got kind of snagged into all this, didn't they? So, let's have... One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Let's have you go there. Have you go there. You guys are kinda hurt. Let's have you guys go into Djibouti. I want to have more people in... Well, this is probably fine. Let's go increase some tension. So these guys here, that's North Oceania, North Oceania, this is all North Oceania. So I need to have tonnage in North Oceania. I need to have at least 25,000 tons. So let's take some of you guys. I'm going to park you right here in the truck. I've sent a bunch of raiders there to invade, but let's do... We'll do 3 guardians, 3 tiny jalapenos. No, we don't need those. Let's just send 6 patrol ships and 2 torpedo boats. So that'll be plenty of tonnage to go and deal with this area. We'll just slowly just kind of conquer all that. Mediterranean is going to be a little tricky. I've got my guys here which can deal with this. I probably need more people there. I'm thinking that my Manila fleet I'll send them next turn so they don't get tangled up. Because I'm going to need a beefy fleet in the Mediterranean to deal with whatever the Germans have there. Sure, we'll sell you some of those. Alright, so this is going really well. What else do we want to invade? We can... French Guinea, Ivory Coast, Liberia, or Mauritania, whatever those are. So, Ivory Coast... Alright, so... I've got plenty of dudes here. Probably, let's see, Ivory Coast is 2.3. Should probably get Ivory Coast. That's Central Atlantic. French Guinea, we could get that's. I want to get things that are not adjacent so that hopefully my army will start armying things. Because this is all Central Atlantic, but that's West Africa. I should leave this to the Dahomey fleet, which I'll do once I get the next gun level. Yeah, so we're gonna let's get Liberia first. Need 11,000 tons. Don't even need to send very much. I'll just send. I'll just send 3 of these guys. It's plenty right there. And then this torpedo boat. I'm gonna ignore that. You guys, I'm gonna send. What's that? Is that a text message from Dad, or is it just her phone just beeping? What did Dad send me? A picture of the Empire State Building. Alright, so Dad's up kind of early. He may call any moment now, so... Alright, so let's go send these guys. We're going to send 2 dudes down here. Okay. We'll just let them deal with that. And hey, what do you know? Dad's calling. Hold on just one moment. Alright, how's my dad checking in? So, you should always try and maintain good relations with your family, because someday you won't have them and then you'll be sad, so get the happy memories while you can. That's my advice. This is all looking pretty good. These guys are moving down this way, so I'm going to go send all of these amendments. I'm going to leave the Guardians to take care of this area, but I'm going to go send you guys into here. Send a couple of patrol ships with you. These guys don't have a very long range, do they? What's your range? But they're gonna up the up the. One, two, three, four. It's 115,000 tons. That's probably enough to deal with most things. But I think I'm going to send a few of you guys as well. Okay, so that'll take him a little bit to get there. You guys are going to go there. Because actually, no. What I should do is I should move them here so they can refuel. Let's do that. That should be sufficient. Alright. So, boop. I'm just slowly munching France for radio telegraph. That's good. Sure, we'll sell you some torpedo boats. Northern Turkey has been conquered by the Ottomans. The Ottomans are getting, they're going at it. You got Romania. Brits are going to be a real problem. So I got Dahomey. Still developing the Mark III 2-inch guns, which that'll be kind of a big deal. So you're going to go there, and you are going to go. So you're going to stay there. And then this guy's just going to go crawl right up his butt. Like that. Alright. This is a piss off Germany turn. Okay, so research is still going. Just creeping up the last little bit is really a pain. As for the rich. Oh yeah, fleets. How are we? 5 and 6 months. They're coming along. I don't have anybody mothballed, do I? No. Alright, so it's coming along alright. boop, because we're gonna annihilate France here in just a couple of turns. Sure, we'll sell you more torpedo boats. Alright. So we're gonna get the Ivory Coast next. Five more months till the guns. That's gonna still be a little while. All this stuff's basically in position. You guys are all fueled up, so let's go start getting these guys in position. Alright. And then one just in reserve for when something doesn't go right. That's pretty good. Got that invading. How much would it be if I just jacked? Oh, that's wow. That last 3% is $55 million. Wow. That last little bit. Got the Dreadnought now. All my old battleships are now obsolete. Sure, we'll sell you some torpedo boats. We got Liberia. Britain's still holding good, so let's go keep pissing off Germany. And then you guys are going to start moving up to French Guiana. Now the question is, what do I do about the last of these? Because my army's not really invading anything. I don't think I've got any army invasions anywhere, do I? I don't see anything where my army's doing anything. Which I'd be okay if my army was just doing something, but they're not doing anything. Because my army logistics 100%. Everybody's happy. Naval prestige is a lot. Does it show what my army budget is? My army budget's double that of the Navy. Wow. Um, I'm growing at 10%. Holy shit. I mean, we are growing. 10% growth is fantastic. Boop. No, we're not gonna. Alright, so we're gonna get French Guiana. Alright, so we got that. Now the tough part's gonna be, what am I gonna do? Oh my god! Oh my god, the army's doing something! Ooh, look at that. They got off their ass and they're attacking somewhere. 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that's all they've got. That's amazing. I mean, these aren't... French Sudan's worth something. That's amazing. I'll have bigger destroyers here in a minute. Battleships. Okay, so we're getting there. Up to 98. Boop. Mine hunter ships. Nope, nope. We don't want you to have assault class battleships. Those are bad. Alright, so these guys here, they did pretty good. Now I gotta figure out where I want to park them, because those assault ships are not good ships. I want to put them somewhere where I could fix them up. I could put them in the Ivory Coast. So I'm going to use these guys to go and invade down here. Ivory Coast's a pretty safe spot, actually. So let's have you guys go and park your butts in the Ivory Coast. I wish there's an island I could put them in, but there's not. Alright, so let's... Is there any upgrading that I can do right now? These 1904s. Let's get those guys done. A lot of these are going to be finishing up pretty soon. And I'll have more upgrades to do in a bit. Naval gun barrels 3. Alright, so let's keep pissing off Germany. That's almost done. We're just going to jack it all the way up to 100%, and we're just going to eat it. Alright. And as far as my fleet goes, I don't think I have anybody with low crew, or with... Oh, I got some mothballed guys. Alright, so we gotta... Can I get 487? There we go. Alright, so those guys are all coming along. I'm probably okay for sending people out. I got plenty of guys there. I got plenty of guys here. At some point, they're going to want to invade... Well, we're going to have to just deal with that. Alright, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to stretch my legs for a minute, so give me just a moment. I'm back. Let's not make an alliance with Japan. And let's boop you. Picric acid 2. 2 mechanisms. Alright, so these guys, that's fine. Dutch New Guinea is supporting terrorists. Oh no! Sure. Look at that, and I already have guys here. So, you boys are going to go down here, and we are going to freedom up Dutch New Guinea. Hopefully they're going to be good enough. Let's double check a couple of things real quick. Now this raider, we finished all of those, so we can get rid of that raider. I could build some more Second Amendments. Let's go check out the research here. One more month till the small guns. And we got these things coming underway. Internal protections, the underwater protected deck 2. So I've got some stuff coming along. Better battleship funnels. How many amendments do we have so far? Because I would actually like to build all 27 amendments. We got 22nd. The rest of these I'm going to have to build in New York to send over to deal with Germany or Portugal or wherever. Or I build them in Santa Cruz. Realistically, I would like to build all 27 amendments just because I think that would be kind of iconic. Even though these are probably not the best. I mean, they're good ships. They're not going to be as good as the Dreadnoughts, but these will be solid workhorse ships. Let's go view this thing real quick. I mean, this is a solid ship. It's got 13.9-inch guns front and back. It's got mountains of secondaries. And if I were to upgrade it, it's still... Yeah, this thing has just mountains of holy shit secondaries. The 7.9s, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.9, and Jesus. That's a lot of secondary. This thing will munch cruisers. Oh my god, this thing will munch cruisers. Yeah, we're gonna build more of these. We're gonna build all 27. I'm gonna build the remainder of them in Santa Cruz, just to deal, because that's gonna be a hot spot. So I'm up to 22nd, so I can build 5 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should really build 28, because we all want the 28th Amendment that's term limits for congressional members. But, 23rd. 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. Alright, so these guys are going to be in Santa Cruz. Boom. What are we doing on... Here you go. There we go. Now, this is an invade France turn. Now, the tricky bit is I would like to be able to grab more of this. I'd like to get French Sudan before I finish taking out France. If I don't have... So what I could do is I could try and stall a little bit to give the army time to finish grabbing. So let's go and make nice with England. We'll do that. And I have to drop this down a little bit. Alright. And that's going out there. These guys, this fleet's hanging out here. That's Aegean Sea. I don't have anything actually in Eastern Mediterranean, but Aegean Sea. We could take out. We could get Greece. Rhodes is Aegean Sea. So I'm gonna have you guys hang out here. I've got a major shipping port there, don't I? Yeah, we'll just hang out there. It might be worth our while to take this spot in the Red Sea, but no, I think we're all right. Hey Steve, how are you doing?
Hey, just fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just before you say anything that you don't want the world to hear, I am streaming. But if you want to hang out for a bit, I was going to wrap up the stream here pretty soon. I'm just sort of finishing conquering France.
I won't mention anything about Project Space Marvin. You're safe.
Okay, good to hear. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. I'm actually just about to head out and grab some lunch, so I just noticed that you were on when I was checking, and I was just gonna say woof.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just I couldn't sleep last night. I've just been really energized. And I've got this really interesting server project that I'm working on. I figured out a way
okay.
to massively increase the Nextcloud server.
Oh,
Remember that massive Threadripper system that we built for you a while back?
see?
I'm thinking of doing something kind of like that. So what I learned is that Nextcloud can take advantage of all the different extra cores, and
Mm-hmm.
because one of the big bottlenecks is just sorting out when you have lots of users all hitting at the same time, when everybody's just constantly making changes. But the commands to deal with them are very simple commands. And so you don't need like the big Xeon processors to be able to handle the long, complicated logic. you can use a simpler AMD processor with more cores and get more speed. Kind of like if you want to move a ton of cargo down the road, instead of putting a ton of cargo in the back of a big truck going 60 miles an hour down the highway, you could divide it up into 20 parts and put 100 pounds in each in 20 Corvettes and just go shooting down the highway, at high speed.
That sounds cool. I wonder if it would be safer if you put each individual user, and I realize there would be some overhead, in their own Docker container, so there would be less possibility of an exploit on one contaminating an exploit on the other. Or how much you're still using Cox, right?
What?
I said you're still using Cox, right?
No, I'm on OEC Fiber. And
OEC.
The server is going to be for one user only. I mean, one company is going to have a bunch of their own internal users. So, it's going to be, because what I can do, now that OEC Fiber is pretty much all over the place, or AT&T Fiber or whatever, Cox Fiber, I can put one of these systems in a company's office. They can self-host. And then it can act as a local, they can have a local file server share, which can also act as an archive server, and then a separate Nextcloud server that, shares with the local file server. Then the Nextcloud server then allows everybody to access across the internet. And so I think I can, and these things will be, less expensive than a Xeon processor, and it'll be cost effective compared to Amazon Cloud, because the big thing with Amazon Cloud is that you've got your 10 gigabit connection. Well, most people don't need a 10 gigabit connection. And then I've also, they can do fine on a 1 gigabit connection, because what I'm noticing with a lot of the a lot of my customers using Nextcloud is they're not capping out the connection speed, but when everybody's hitting simultaneously, it's making so many changes on the database that there's a delay when they're getting ready to sync, and that, I figured out a number of different ways to kind of spread out the tasks, so that you've got.
It sounds like storage may be your bottleneck too.
Well, I'm going to be shifting to, PCI Express 5 M2 drives are now affordable-ish. So, in order to cap out on the storage, you'd have to have a 50 megabit or 50 gigabit connection, internet connection.
I was just going to say your bottleneck is still the internet. Yeah.
Right. The bottleneck is still the internet, except for when a whole bunch of users all change folders and change names and make changes simultaneously, and then it's the server's ability to just simply sort all that out. And so instead of building it like a file server, I'm going to build it more like an application server, like a massive application server like what we built for you, that just happens to have gigantic amounts of storage, kind of like what we did with your Threadripper system.
Sounds cool. Totally off the subject, but something bizarre happened to me.
Okay.
I decided to cook some of my old Mexican recipes.
Okay.
So, because of the fact that it's not a traditional Mexican recipe, I needed to find some cheddar cheese, which in big parts of Europe, post-Brexit, British things are not terribly popular.
Okay, why? British food kind of sucks in general, but cheddar cheese is just cheddar cheese. Everybody likes cheddar cheese.
A lot of stuff that's British in general, people are not that happy with.
Well, the Brits aren't that happy with Britain either, so I can understand that.
So, at any rate, I found a cheese shop that was one block away from my house so that I could make the Americanized version of the Mexican recipe.
Right.
And I walked in and I asked the cheese shop whether or not they had cheddar cheese, and they said no. And by the way, this was run by French people. We have a French cheese which is very similar to cheddar.
The French make good cheese.
So I went into a Portuguese French cheese shop to buy British cheese to make an American Mexican food, and I realized I am become the United Nations.
Oh goodness. That's kind of fun. Actually, you know what was funny? So one of the most difficult things for me to make when I'm traveling, because a
Hmm.
lot of times my European friends will, they'll, they want me to cook American food for them, and so they'll be like, "Hey,
Hmm.
Mark, you make legendary mac and cheese." Because like when they're visiting me here, I'll make macaroni and cheese, and it's awesome. And
Hmm.
so I'll be in Europe trying to make macaroni and cheese. One of the most difficult things that I've ever done was make American style macaroni and cheese when I was visiting my friends in Russia, because Russian
Hmm.
cheese is completely different, and it's almost impossible to find American style cheese in certainly in Russia, and even just in Eastern Europe in general. In Poland,
Hmm.
Poland has really good cheese. I love Polish cheese. It is very
Hmm.
good. Some of the best cheese I've ever had was Polish cheese. Not good for making macaroni and cheese, however, because it doesn't melt right.
Right.
But very good cheese. But yeah, so making macaroni and cheese in Europe, in Greece, it's also hard to make, you know,
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese, because Greek cheese is not good. Uh,
No.
it is not. Do not eat cheese that comes from goats. That is a bad idea. Just
Bad.
yeah, just tossing it out there. Um,
I, I will say one thing. Before I moved, I thought that I had Parmesan cheese.
uh huh.
I'm starting to almost get ready to start speaking in a Portuguese accent. Sorry, that was not
Oh
intentional.
no, that's okay.
Uh, when I got here, I discovered what I thought was Parmesan was not Parmesan. You know the sawdust that comes in the little green cans?
The what?
No. Sawdust that comes in little green cans, the uh, pre-shredded
Oh no, I'm
pork
not from.
parmesans.
I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with. I mean, I know what Parmesan cheese is, but I don't buy Parmesan cheese out of cans.
Well, they I think it's Kraft that has these cans that are they call it Parmesan. Here it would be illegal to call it
But
Parmesan
it's
because
really
it's not.
not.
No, it's more like sawdust. But at any rate, even the regular Parmesan cheese from Italy, it's better here.
Well, yeah, Parmesan cheese from Italy would be presumably really good.
But I mean, it's the same brand. It's been aged for 7 years,
Right.
but the 7 year cheese here of the same brand is better than the 7 year cheese there of the same brand. It's really bizarre.
Wait,
I
the Italian cheese in Portugal is better than the Italian cheese in Italy?
no, the Italian cheese in Italy and Portugal is better than the Italian cheese in the United States.
Oh, well, yeah, I would imagine. I mean, most of the cheese, I mean, unless you're getting, like, the American cheese is like Wisconsin cheese. That's really
Hmm.
good in America,
Hmm.
because, you get it from Wisconsin. Uh, I would imagine there was this Italian cheese that the grocery store used to carry that
Hmm.
that was imported from Italy, and it was kind of
Hmm.
pricey, but it was worth it, and I'd get it and just use it for like small like snack stuff,
Hmm.
and it was very good, better than Italian cheese in America, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to run down to the Italian restaurant downstairs and grab some Portuguese Italian food that probably doesn't have cheese.
All right. Well, I will see you later, Steve. It was awesome talking to you. Don't be a stranger. And
I will just and have fun conquering France, but not really.
well, it's the French. The French deserved it. They started the fight, so I will. Actually, France is already conquered. Now I'm just kind of cleaning up what's left of Africa. We're liberating it, because it's not conquest when we do it. We're liberating Africa, if you believe that.
At any, yes, at any at any radio, adios. By the
Take
way,
yeah.
if you want to speak in Portuguese, I've discovered just take regular English words and add an O to the end.
OKO.
Adioso. Bye.
Bye. All right. That was awesome. I'm glad Steve's doing well. It sounds like he's doing pretty well. So the real question, do I want to take out Martiana first? I would conquer it very quickly. They've got one port left. I don't know if if they're going to invade French Sudan. I would like to. I think I might push it one more turn and just kind of see. This is going really well there. So let's go and save it. I'm actually going to save a backup just in case they try to force peace on me. We're going to cheese it just a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to piss off Germany a little bit this turn. And we've got the guns. Let's go make destroyers great again. Man, so we're getting all this power against submarines, but we're not. But there's no base defensive. So if I were to build, let's say I were to build a destroyer. Let's just hypothetically make a arbitrary destroyer. Oh, look, that's a stupid-looking dreadnought. I don't like that dreadnought. I mean, I guess it's more like a Colorado or something. That's an early-ish dreadnought, maybe like a Texas or something. All right, so if I were to build a destroyer, and if I were to look at my ASW, I have no ASW at all. And even if I stack it up with technology, let's go put a, let's throw in an advanced tower, coincidence, advanced radio. We're getting recon but no ASW. Minesweep, that doesn't help. None of this stuff's gonna help. Like, any of this technology is not gonna help. Secondary tower's not going to help. There's no ASW, so there's no point in making this destroyer because there's no ASW. So, I mean, yes, I know the original destroyers were for taking out torpedo boats, but my light cruisers can take out torpedo boats. So we're building a 28th Amendment just for the lols of it, because we want to term limit Congress. And, do we have just the one crew? Yeah, so we'll have 28 amendments. That'll make everybody kind of happy-ish. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, hold on, I gotta take this, hang on. Alright, I need to go AFK for just a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. So, yeah, we start our day early. And I was the guy who's opening my shop, taking over the store phone. That way, if somebody calls, you'll now get the shop instead of me, which is pretty nice. One thing I was thinking about is I could not invade the last port, and if France surrenders, either my army will attack here, and I'll get French Sudan, or if France surrenders, I've got like 750,000 victory points. Maybe I can just get both of these. I don't know if they'll give them to me, but that might be the idea. So we could have, because this is Central Atlantic, that's North Atlantic, so that's no bueno. But in the Central Atlantic, I have 6 battleships. Where do I have my 6 battleships? In Senegal. So you guys can move back up here. Actually, I don't really have enough stuff down in West Africa. That's going to be a problem if war breaks out, or when war breaks out. But so we're just going to roll with it. My money's solid. I've got my 28 amendments, so we can term limit Congress. And at some point, I was hoping to get some ASW. These guys are all built up. The assault ships are the only old ones. And the torpedo boats are old, but it's not the end of the world. A lot of these are now getting kind of old. We can get better... ...2x superimposed large guns. What's the special machinery? Advanced propeller shaft. We can knock that out. I would like the better destroyers, but it's, they're fine. So we'll just go another turn. War continues. Alright, that's fine. I have new ship parts. I'll get you some torpedo boats. I got southern Algeria. So that's going fine there. So my fleet is doing good. Do I have any more mothballed guys? I do. And there we go. So we're getting all this together. Do I have anything good? I've got... Might as well wait on the 11-inch guns, because I might be able to do those, which would be nice if I can. 2 more months on special machinery. So let's make Britain a little happier if I can. Everybody likes me, which is nice. I could ask for a peace treaty. But I think we're going to keep fighting to the end, because my economy's doing great. Oh, France and Soviets are fighting. That's not good. If France and Soviets are fighting, and the Soviets are going to invade and take out France. So that's unfortunate. Economic growth is fantastic. One more month for the special machinery on the propeller shafts, which it would be kind of useful for the ships. So I probably ought to just go ahead and invade this, because I don't even know if the Soviets have any ships out. They don't really have any ships out here, but that's not necessarily going to stop them. I'll give it one more turn. We'll piss off Germany a little bit. Economy's doing great. We got peace, which we will take both of these. We got French Sudan. It's not the end of the world. France still exists. It's contained. What's the French GDP? Still freaking 7 billion. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. They've got the one province and the one port. Realistically, I did all right. I mean, I got French Sudan. This place isn't worth much. But now I have a problem. I have a lot of... $810. I've got a lot of money that I need to save now. Alright, so these guys need 1,000 dudes. Which I'll be able to get that built out. I'm going to have to drop this down quite a bit. Like 87%. %. That's still not awful. That's not awful. I got the big guns. the defensive power against submarines one more turn. It's not the end of the world. I got the special machinery. What do I want to put this in? I probably want to put it into engines. I mean, armor quality, we're all right. We got Krupp armor, so that's good enough. So probably engines. Or turret mech. I would love to have twin turrets on light cruisers. This would get me turbines. This is probably okay like that. I mean, as much as I really want the turret mechanisms, I mean, naval communication would be really good too. Or I keep stacking up the small guns, which there is some benefit to doing that. Let's take a quick... I'm going to go ahead and call it good. I mean, I was hoping the army would get off their ass and do something, but let's call it good for a moment. Let's do a quick reach out. I might as well make it... I might as well wait the extra turn. Well, no, because I'm going to do a... I'll stair step it anyway. So let's go and take a look at the assault ship. Because this guy here, I need to really overhaul these boys. So this is going to be a massive change. So first off, yeah, it's as wide as it can be. That's going to have to go, and that's going to have to go. And these side guns here, those are going to have to go. And probably this thing here. I mean, this 5.9 up here is fantastic, but that's going to be a problem. So, man, I really like that gun. So first off, I can I fit an 11-inch? I may not be able to. Let's take you off. So there's no way I can fit an 11-inch gun. I can't fit a 10-inch gun on here either. So I can fit a 9-inch, but that's basically it. And I can't put... Because the problem is I can't put a barb... If I could put this barbette here, it would be different. That won't fit. Now this Mark III 9-inch gun, I mean, now one option is I put the gun up here and I just have it fire, and I always have the ships turn and fight sideways. That's not an awful idea, mind you. And just, and I just simply know that these ships have to always fight to the port, right? Yeah, left is port, right? I had a brain fart. Let's go Google this real quick. Which side is port? Port is the left side when facing the front. Okay. Okay, so I could put this up here as a 9-inch gun and make it a 9.9, which is the biggest I can make it. Which that's not awful. I don't think I can put a 10 on here. Oh, I could do a 10. Could I do an 11? No. But I could do a 10. I can't do a 10.9. Alright, so let's do a little bit of comparing. So if I do a 9.9 with maximum barrel length, this will be 22 kilometer range. Oh, let's give it the best. Oh, I don't want to go picric acid. That's for damn sure. What happened to TNT? Do I not have access to TNT? Definitely do not want picric acid. Ooh, that'll be... Do I not have TNT? I might not, actually. So we'll just leave it like this for now. So if we do a 9.9, it is 22.9 kilometers. And a 1.3 accuracy at 10,000 meters. If we go with a 10-inch gun, .7 and a 1.3 accuracy. And then if we start stair-stepping it up, so we can do a 10.7, and this is a 1.5 accuracy, 24.6 kilometer range. It's going to hit like a truck. So we could do that. We always fire to the right, or to the left. We always fire port. And then we go and beef up the things. Hydraulic steering, multiple expansion, Krupp armor, more barbettes, double hull, reinforced bulkheads, Citadel 2, anti-flood. These things are not as big as I was hoping they would be. A little bigger. I go anti-torpedo 1, I might as well. Cap ballistic and soft cap. Yeah, I think that's heavy increased. Alright, so this That puts it solid there. It's a 5.9. And then what I can do... Can I put a secondary on top? I can. 2... 3... I can't do a 5. Can't do a 4. So I could do a 3-inch gun. So let's compare. Let's compare 3-inch. So the 3-inch gun, 11.2 kilometer range versus 12.5. So that's a little bit better. 7 shots a minute, 4 shots. And this has a 6.9. So the 2.9, the Mark III 2.9 is just better. So we're going to go, what's the damage difference? 78.5 versus, but I'm getting twice the, you're going to go with the 2.9s instead. Alright, so we do something like that. As far as barbettes go, so if I were to put a little barbette here, let's say, and put a 5.9 on top of it, I mean, that wouldn't be awful. I do something like that. Or, if I were to put a, say, put a very tall barbette right there. Do that. Go the longer gun barrel. So we do something like that, and that's not awful. If we take those off, because they're not really doing any good. Now I wonder if I could fit a... No, I can't. So I'll just put those there. And I could put 2.9s along the sides here, and these will still do good. I'd like to have bigger guns, but these just aren't gonna... I could do the 3-inch guns if I want to diversify my ammo types. I think we're just gonna do the 2.9s. Oh wow, look at that, perfectly balanced too. That's pretty amazing. It won't stay that way for long. So, this is effectively a monitor. So these guys have to always fight, you know, shooting the enemy at on the port side in order for the big gun to work. So I need more speed because 17 knots not going to cut it. That might be all I can get at. Well, so this is actually going to be a little problematic. I would really like for you to go faster. Wow. That makes a huge jump in tonnage. Wow. So we're gonna have some difficulty here, it looks like. I could try to drop, like if I were to drop this down to 1 inch. I could do that. I can massively drop armor. And that's not helping very much. Alright, I think we're going to go 17 inches. We're going to armor the crap out of you. We'll drop that down because that doesn't actually matter. Just start beefing some of this up. I mean, I could try to increase the speed, but I don't. For to kick that up. No, we're just going to leave it at 17 knots. I mean, these things are just invasion ships. I'm just going to have to protect them. They're going to be so slow. What's my flash fire chance? 29%. It's 27%. Alright, 27%. We go with that. What else can we... drop some of this armor down, because that doesn't seem to affect anything. The inner belt, beef that up, make it at least really tough on the inside. All this is everything it can be. That's 9,300. I need more weight somehow. I don't know how to do it. Unless I jack you up to 18... 10... There we go. I mean, that right there is kind of my invasion monitor. It's an assault ship. Just puts the land to port and just starts bombarding. And it's got a big gun that'll be threatening to battleships. It's 10.7. It's going to have pretty good armor penetration. Well, I guess this is what we're going to do. Yeah, to do it. And we'll build one of these, and then when we get the better torpedo nets, we'll build more of them. I think I'm going to wrap up pretty soon. So I've got... I mean, actually, I could just do probably all of them. These are 10,000 tons apiece. I could do 10 of them. I'll have this in one turn. Let's do one of these right now. It won't cost us that much money. Alright, so let's improve relations with the British. Our economy is growing still at 10%. So let's see what happens in a turn. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have refitted all the other ships also and did an incremental improvement. That's what I should have done. And we conquered this. So you boys are going to go back there. So everybody should be in pretty good shape right now. I need to put some ships there. Alright, so we're all in pretty good shape. We got the torpedo better torpedo nets. So let's... Quinston's 3 in about a year, which is a lot longer I want to wait. Let's take a quick look at my second amendment. We can do an in progress. I know we're still building these things. So how long until we finish building these out? 12 months. We got another one commissioning. All right. If I were to upgrade you, I mean the 13.9s aren't even really there yet. I mean, this would be a multiple expansion 2, crop armor, advanced radio. I'm going to do something like that. These are 4.9s. So I could just upgrade all the guns. Leave everything else basically the same. And then beef up the armor. Oh, you know what I could do? I could also Citadel 2, which this would be just for the better crits. That balances it. What's the speed like on this thing? 18 knots. I mean, these are not fast ships. But it's just for hitting things. I could upgrade the barbettes, but that's probably... .7, 48. Man, that's a big flash fire chance. I really don't want to drop down arm. Well, I mean, I could. How much would this add to it? This would add 100 tons. I could try to start dropping try dropping that down like that. This right here is not bad, actually. The guns are better. Can't believe I fit on 6 of these things. And it's a 2-month refit. Which I might as well do, because that'll put these guys as very solid ships. No torpedo protection, which sucks. But that adds a lot of tonnage. So we'll just... The torpedoes aren't a big threat yet, so we'll just leave it like this for now. Alright, that's what we do. And we will refit our second amendments. In about a year, the next rangefinder is going to come out, which we'll have to deal with that. But I think this is good enough. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 6 of them. This will take a while to redo them all, but this will make these guys very solid. I might be able to do one more. Did I hit it? I did. Alright. So get the shipyard going. Another 2 years on that. And we're right on the money. Alright. I think it's pretty good. Politics. We're going to increase tension with Germany. I could always try to finish off France. What's my... Grown at 12% now. I could always try to piss off France and invade them again, but I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think they're gonna be dumb enough to piss off Germany. We're going to call it a day. So guys, thanks for hanging out and watching. I will see you guys later. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I may or may not podcast later this morning. Haven't decided yet. I'm thinking of doing like a morning, just sort of hangout show. But we'll see what I decide to do. Anyway, take care, guys. Gonna get ready for work. I'll catch you later. Thank you and goodbye.